Hi everyone, and thanks for watching Adobe Live. This is the third day of this crazy week with a creative campaign and crazy guests. And now we are live with Jessica.
Hi everybody.
Jessica, who is the UX designer of the week, of the team. If you missed the first episode, you can watch the replays on YouTube. But we are all working on this fictional conference, Designers to Designer. And it's all about creativity, how to share design process. And we have a motion designer, James, who created an amazing animation that will be soon on Instagram. Make sure to follow James on Instagram. Christine, she designed the entire identity. She found the name too, so she did branding and all the applications. Jessica working on the app of the conference. And we will be live in for 90 minutes. And after, Tracy Shing will join us. She's working on a hero figure for the conference in Illustrator.
Statue of Liberty inspired, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Statue of Liberty with a huge paintbrush.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
The Statue of Creativity.
Cool.
We call it. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching everyone. We see you in the chat. We will do some giveaways because this is about XD. We will give away XD socks, XD notebooks, and also posters. So stay tuned. You just have to be active in the chat. And the daily challenge today, we challenge them every day.
Yeah.
So today we challenge them to create a T-shirt for the conference.
A T-shirt.
So
very
check
cool.
the challenge tab. There is an access to a free template available on Adobe Stock with a T-shirt. And so far, in the first session with James, I was amazed by the quality of the T-shirt.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And some of them were very edgy, but
edgy?
Yeah, I will show them later. But yeah, they have been very creative.
Very cool.
So Jessica, maybe you want to recap the app, the philosophy, and where we are at?
Sure. So let's see. So for the first day that we were here, we kind of made a overall sort of wireframe-centric experience around this mobile app being, for those of you who are just tuning in right now, Designer to Designer is the name of our conference, D2D for short. And basically it's a open source inspired collaboration, mindshare, just kind of let's all learn together sort of theme. And we are making a mobile app where as you attend the conference, it's a 2-day conference or 3-day conference, you can use this app to find where you're going to go to see a session or see a keynote, or if you want to go and socialize with a friend, you can do that. Go see some pictures, go see what's live. And then from there, we went and spent most of yesterday kind of starting to put a little bit more fidelity to the visual design, to the kind of brand, because it was all work in progress first off, since Christine was doing real-time branding and a lot of the other collateral you saw. And so we're just kind of winging it, putting a bit more detail into here and seeing how it works. So from a check-in flow all the way to scheduling, which we'll work on today. And I was watching what Christina's doing, and there was a schedule there, so we're definitely going to take some influence there. All the way to some trend sort of social share aspect kind of feature, to a very simple
Slack channel.
Slack
you want
channel
to communicate? We have a solution for you. Go on Slack.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Thanks,
finally, and this isn't what I did, but we had one of our viewers actually come in and create a mock to put into here for the profile page.
Yeah, it was Laura.
Yep, Laura. So thank you for that. And she also won the...
she won everything.
Everything. She won everything.
She won the giveaways. She won the daily challenge.
Yeah.
She won everything. And actually, she shared with us a design for a T-shirt this morning. And that's what I wanted to show.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good use. Christine, you want to see how she has been using your logo or no?
Have you seen this T-shirt? It's pretty...
Are you ready? Yeah, you can come. You can come. You can come. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Please send me one.
So you challenged the viewers yesterday, and you asked them, okay, design the profile page, and some of them, they shared the page, including Laura, and you picked this one and said, hey, can you share with me the XD file?
Yep.
Copy paste, and it was in the prototype.
Yep.
Oh, and Laura's in the chat. He said that was a joke. It's a good one, Laura.
Yeah. Awesome. So today what we're going to do is we're actually going to go in and finish this entire experience we're also going to have a real life situation, which is, you know, collaboration, designing these things, they happen in real time. You've got a person focused on one aspect of creating an experience here, and then another person creating it there. And so Christine's been working on some really cool stuff, and so I'm going to secretly peek at my email and see if I can get her Illustrator file.
Yeah, so as you peek at your email, I will explain how the Photoshop template works. Okay?
Awesome.
So today we invite you to create the t-shirt of the conference. If you check the Change tab, you have a link to the Creative Code libraries where you can grab the logo, and also a free t-shirt template, a mockup template. So how does it work? You open the file and okay, you have the two sides, and here there is a layer that says your design. So I think it's in German, or yeah, I'm not sure about the language, but you will get it. And you can do whatever you want here, like you can apply a filter, like move it, and maybe add something else, like what do we have in the library? Yeah, just do something like this. And when you save and go back to the t-shirt, then it will be automatically applied. Okay, and this is what we want you to share. So something I've noticed that maybe you didn't get, in this layer here, this is what we call a photo filter. So if you select the photo filter and go in the properties panel, this is how you can change the color of the t-shirt actually.
Very nice.
So you don't have to do a black t-shirt. You can try something.
Very convenient.
Yeah. And you keep the shadows. I mean, it's very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like
Nice.
the use of this t-shirt. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
So yeah, feel free to play with the template, share with us, and you can get a chance to win a Creative Code subscription.
Okay.
Did you get the Illustrator file?
Not yet, but I'll just move on to...
It's still syncing. Okay, let us know when it's ready.
Yeah,
This
just
is
kind of
awesome.
wave your hands in the background, and then we'll just get to work with the main kind of flow for now.
Okay.
All right, cool. So with that said, let's kind of go into it. So yesterday we did the check-in flow, we did the schedule, we mocked up a faux kind of trend feed, and we did this profile page. Now we're going to just finish this entire app. We're going to focus on the schedule flow, and then we're going to go in and kind of do some polish there. We'll check it in Inspector. We'll make sure it all works well. So for now, kind of based off of what I was looking at that Christine made for the schedule, I really like what she was doing with the yellow sort of bullet kind of style. So we're going to just go ahead and move this to the side and know that we're going to work on it. And what we want to do is think, okay, so here is a sort of little helper card that's going to teach you about getting started and learning how to use this app. And so let's actually go ahead and pull this guy to the side and just work off of the artboard. By the way, if you are moving elements within here and most of the object is here, then it's going to actually show solid here and ghosted here. But the minute you actually move it off the artboard, it becomes a full solid object as you're working in XD. And so we have this card, and I think that the brand feels very angular and not a lot around this. So I'm going to go ahead and purge a lot of that. And one of the things that we had done prior with this wire was kind of set the rounded corners on this to being 5. So I'm going to actually put it back to 0. And what that does is just kind of set this up normally. One thing to note, by the way, if you're curious and you haven't actually opened XD and you're kind of learning, kind of viewing the sort of hover states, right here, when you look at objects in XD, this little circular guy here actually is the indicator of the radius around your object. And so if you actually were to play with this and drag it, it could actually, let me zoom out, it can actually manipulate the whole
the 4 corners at the same
radius.
time. Yep.
And if you look at the PI on the right, you'll see that that number is changing when I do this. You can also, though, control only one specifically by holding down Option. So if you wanted to just manipulate that like this way, whoa, it looks funny that I'm doing that over and over again.
It looks like a page, like a
like a little animation. Yep. But I could just do that for hours. It's funny. So that's kind of how you can manipulate objects for especially rectangles. So, but we're going to go ahead and make that a square. As you kind of master a tool, you kind of either decide you're going to work in the PI, you're going to work shortcuts this way, or you're going to work with mouse elements like this. So we'll just do that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this say, did you pick up your swag yet? Since collateral and swag is a huge part of the conference experience, you know? And so maybe a person is on their app, or maybe they are not at the conference yet and they did log in. We want them to know that there's really, really cool stuff for them to pick up. And so, did you pick up your swag yet? And then what I'll envision here is maybe something that says, check out, I don't know.
Maybe there's a stand B, you know, like to get the swag, you know, like stand B3 or
B3.
Yeah.
And get a free swag bag.
There we go.
And something that's fun.
Free socks, maybe.
Oh, socks?
Yeah,
free socks?
Yeah. That's a swag.
Free socks. It's gonna be a bag of socks.
A free swag bag of socks.
Swag bag. Free sock swag. Although I saw that enamel pin and that was pretty sweet too. I think enamel pins are totally trending right now. Okay, so one thing to note. So we've been using these character styles on the left. So I think, yep. So if you go here, then you can see that I applied this character style. Did you know that if you have a text area text object like this, and you were to change up, let's say, one of these fonts, and I'm just going to keep it simple. And so you have something that is Helvetica Bold, and you have something that's Helvetica Regular. If you hit the plus button while selecting the text area, or area text, whatever it's called, it actually saves both styles separately. And so now you have an isolated global sort of save style for one and other. And that's really helpful because maybe in this kind of text box you wanted to have both because of, for whatever reason, you are doing labels, right? But down the line you're going to go and you're going to make, for example, you know, label of name, and then you have a second label that says description. Actually, let me go ahead and circle both of these and make them left align. Description, or here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm actually going to turn that into a text area, which you can just easily do by clicking on that and changing that property. I can go in here, and let's say I make this a repeat grid, which is Command R, or you can click on this button on the right. You can actually do this and say, you know what, I want to go in and change this text property, and since you already isolated that style from this text area, you can go back here, find that one, and then go ahead and implement it, which is this one right here. And now you've got that style that you were using for a different situation. Let's say you're making a list, show up right there.
So we have a lot of questions about like what's about fixed element, micro interaction. So I want to point out that we have a website, and this is how we built Adobe XD, like from the start with the community. And the URL is adobexd.uservoice.com. And this is where you can directly exchange with the XD team. So if you report a bug, but also what is more interesting is feature request. You know, so if you are asking for micro interaction, okay, action required. Anytime you can reduce the need to go, or maybe you can say fixed element. It was something I saw in the chat. You need to find how it will be, you know, how it will be defined in the tool. Improve elements manipulation, fine control, generate textures. Oh, here, sorry. Fixed element in scrolling artboards. Okay. So this one, for instance, and this is huge, has over 3,000 votes, which is a lot for a feature request. So if you really want this feature, you say, okay, I vote for this one. Or you can also, if you have an idea, create your own feature request. And here, this is the team, the XD team. So her name is Joanne. Yeah, she works in the team from the start, actually. And she says the feature has started. So you know that this is coming very soon. And actually, she posted that a few days ago. Yeah, so that's great news. And here you have the entire conversation between the team, the community, what they want. Sometimes they will challenge you. You can also share some, if you have an idea, like here I see a PDF, but some ideas of prototype, of UI that you can use, give some examples. So it's really a full exchange with the XD team. This is how we build the product together. So I saw a lot of questions about asking about new features.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Actually, that's a big one.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Which is actually related to this, which is that we would love for someday to maybe mock this up with with this kind of global bar as
exactly,
a
and
sticky
say
element.
it's a sticky element on top of
Exactly.
everything.
Yep, totally. All right, cool. So knowing that there's going to be a image that I'd like to put here, so maybe it'll be socks or maybe it'll be whatever we have, I'm going to go ahead and make a placeholder sort of just to know that we're going to pop in that image here, and then this will be the first card. And what we're going to do next is we're going to actually just make a second one that goes behind. And let's just put this here for now. And maybe the second one will be need a lunch, mate. And it'll say join our Slack community and find some folks to break bread with. And maybe that will have, a Slack icon. Actually, it'll have a button that actually launches into a new screen. So I'm going to take one of our buttons that we currently had, which is a symbol right now in the symbols panel, and I'm going to move it over here. And so, but I'm actually, white on white does not work. And so I'll go ahead and break the symbol so that way it's a unique kind of one-off, which is just right-clicking on it and then ungrouping that symbol. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it black for now, and then make the text white using these global colors. And it'll say open Slack. And actually, let's go ahead and I just got an email. I think I'll check that one. Slack icon. I just did this yesterday. So we'll look for just a quick PNG and I will save that, copy that image over and paste it here.
Hi Murat from Russia. Thanks for watching.
And we'll just go ahead and do a cute little whatever.
Hashtag
Open
Slack.
How adorable. Actually, it looks terrible. We'll revisit it later. So we're going to just say open Slack right now. And then we'll make this be here. And then we've got a little second tile. And I actually think the button's too big. So I'm going to just go ahead and make it a little bit smaller.
I want to ask to our friends in the chat, who is using Slack at work? Do you use Slack?
Yes, we use Slack at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you.
Yeah. The entirely Adobe Live team relies on Slack. Even the mods, like you see, like all the mods, the moderators that are in the chat, they have their own Slack channel to communicate and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Slack all day, every day. I don't know. It's healthy, but I think it's kind of our life right now, right? Cool. So we've got this, and actually, can we not look at my screen for a second, and then I can take a look at my email and see if I got that Illustrator file?
I'm not sure. Christine, do you think we?
Yeah, the link went through from Kathleen.
From Kathleen, okay.
From Kathleen.
We're using the cloud.
Oh.
This is cool. As you're doing that, I will start opening some T-shirt entries because we received so many entries.
Beautiful. Thanks.
We have the best creatives, the best creative community watching Adobe Live. So many ideas, great execution all the time. Okay, let me quickly check before because sometimes they add some jokes and I'm not sure it can go live.
That one was great from Laura.
Oh, Laura, it was fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, so let's review some entries, okay? And we'll review all of them at the end, and I will ask you which one do you prefer. So we ask you to create a T-shirt for the conference. You have access to the logo. This is awesome. And wow, look at this guy. He looks so happy.
Oh my God, I have that guy in our library.
Yeah. Oh no, they grabbed it from the library actually.
Okay, well
that makes sense.
Really happy and cool.
Good job, yeah. And I like the treatment of the color with the shape of the D. Yeah. Good execution. Wow. Share and create, like interlaced with lettering. Good job. This is something that is not easy, playing with the mask.
Wow, look at that. Oh.
Very good job. I wonder how it would render without the yellow.
Without the yellow?
Yeah.
Oh, just kind of, and then you can really probably see the black.
Yeah.
And then the white stand out with the share.
I would try without the yellow, just to see. Yeah. Designer to designer conference. Yeah. Super efficient.
Yep.
Like it. Very bold. With a QR code in the back.
I like the simplicity.
This is a little bit weird. The QR code. Like, I would feel weird. Like,
because
having
someone's
people
like
taking pictures of my neck.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Okay, just visiting a website.
Well, it's the back of the shirt, so you wouldn't know actually. You'd be walking and someone would be actually following you with their phone, like trying to take a QR code of you. But that would actually create an interesting conversation, I think. So
this one has a nice dynamic in the
Ooh.
shapes. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. It looks almost like a glitch. It's good.
Yep. What is
This one? Oh, it's a face, no?
Is
Like
it? Yeah,
with
but
the
what's
hair.
is it hair? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was. Okay, it's a hair.
Yeah,
with
playing
D's.
with the
Got it.
face. Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's got a little bit of a seraphin too on the
Yeah.
D's. That's cute. Oh, glasses. That's why.
Yeah,
I
the
see it now.
glasses.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
because here
glasses.
you have the-
Yep. Very
job.
cool.
Your path to creativity. Yeah. Also good, like to play with the taglines and then the logo in the back. Yeah, I think that definitely something that could work. And that's it.
Awesome. Cool.
Good.
Well,
So we will review more entries, but keep sharing. All the rules are in the challenge tab. Okay.
sweet. Well, as we were looking through those, I got the
Yay.
AI file that Christine was working on. So now I can actually look at these and say, very cool. So this happens, right, where you get updated creative work
Yeah.
because we're all just trying to make things as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah, and you have revisions with the
Exactly.
customers too. So
And so I love a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing. The color palette's new, so I'm actually going to do, whoa, my mouse is also super fast right now, so zoom out. So I'm going to go ahead and, did I install those fonts? I think I did. Let's see. Let's take a look and see if I did. So this is the old version. Oh, this is the one that someone submitted. Let's see if I have, and I do. Okay, cool.
nice.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this over and actually I'm gonna reopen this file so it actually tells me to make my fonts all updated. Ignore and find fonts and
Yeah, it worked. Thank you, Christine.
do that.
Some font
It's like
replacement.
I'm trying to replace them. I swear I just installed it. Where'd it go?
Yeah, but maybe it comes from
Alright.
different foundry. I mean, that's the trick.
Yeah.
You know, they have the same name, but you need to
I'll just I'll live.
map the styles.
So anyway, oops. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna take this color palette here and then just screenshot it with my just default screenshot, and then I'm gonna update this palette. So this palette has since yesterday stayed the same actually.
That's
So you don't have to worry about that. What else do I like? So from here we have some interesting patterns, it seems, in terms of the graphic assets. So let's pull a couple of these over. So we're gonna take these, just copy them, and paste them in this sort of.
In our Bulkin, he has a question for you.
Oh,
If you can read the question, in our Bulkin.
I cannot. Where is it?
In the middle of the screen.
I see. Yeah, I can't actually do that. I have no idea. It's a Google, please. Google Translate. Actually, have you seen the
If
live
you don't
translate?
want to read the question. It's your choice.
Thank you, Adobe Live. Yes, English would be
Yeah,
easier for me
English,
to answer
yeah.
that question. And actually, I just realized I don't have that red. So I'm going to go in and take some of these. I didn't know if she actually used them, though, but we'll see. So let's go here, pull that color, that red. And then we have these interesting Ds. I'm going to ungroup them because the way kind of elements work when you go between the Adobe programs is I copied all these at once, and so they came in groups, so I had to degroup them, Command-Shift-G. And so I've got this fun thing, I've got this thing, and I've got this thing. I also have these quotation marks, so I'll bring that in. This pattern is pretty rad, so let's bring this in. Whoa, where'd it go? I just looked at the whole thing. Why isn't it coming in? Is this a,
Oh.
okay. It's actually,
Okay, Christine, we know how you work now.
No, it's a good thing.
Christine a mask.
Yeah, so let's just take all these elements. I'm just gonna play with it again here. Why isn't it coming in? No.
There's something else.
I think it's because I have the, let's just pick that and see what we can do with that. Still not picking it. Why do you hate me? I'm going into isolation mode. All right, well, that one hates
And
me.
make sure to create the outline too. Like, just want to make sure there is not a conflict with if there is still information with the typeface.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see.
Sent another one called fonts.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got
thanks.
that one. Yeah. Okay, well, that one's not cooperating. I don't know how to fix that. We'll figure it out. That is the clipping mask, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that one, TBD. We'll figure it out. And in the meantime, let's actually grab the rest, which is this thing.
Mhm.
And actually, is it just my computer? Nothing's pasting
yeah.
anymore.
That's it.
Wait,
Or it's pasting somewhere else?
I don't know where it's going. What happened? Let's see if
Yeah.
actually it's my
Maybe you
computer.
should relaunch the
Yeah.
XD or the...
Let's do that.
There is something in memory that it doesn't
It
like.
hates me right now? Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and reopen the recent document, which is this one. And then from here, let's go ahead and try this one more time with something that we know works, which is this. Okay, that
Okay,
works.
it's back.
So, let's see.
Yeah, there's something that it didn't like in memory. Okay, let's try.
All right.
The clipboard.
Nope, that worked.
Here we
It
go.
must have just been a glitch in my memory because I copy everything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's actually break this one apart and see what this looks like. So in here, it's going to come with the clipping mask. And so we've got the whole shape in here. And how did she do it? Okay. Okay, got it. So basically, we have this pattern, which has its own mask. And I'll probably unclip it at some point and make it a repeat grid. Actually, I could just do that right now. Let's see. Does that work?
Yay.
Yeah, it does. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce the margin. It doesn't, it's not a perfect repeat, so I'm going to have to go in and just update it a little bit.
Maybe actually if you... Okay, try the repeat grid.
All right. And then you want me to line it up
And a negative one. Yeah.
like that. Oh, wait, a little bit more.
Down.
Wait, it's
No,
kind of
up. Here.
Hit.
Down.
there.
No. Again. Down.
Like, which
Can
way?
we type the margin? That's...
No.
No, we can
You
type
can't
it,
type
okay? So it can be visually? Oh my God.
Visually, I'm trying to.
It's not cool.
That works. No, wait.
Oh, no.
Wait, you know what? They're off center.
Oh.
Oh, so even if we did try that, they're slightly
no,
off.
it cannot work.
That's okay.
Like you were looking at Wendy and
I
I was
know,
looking
I
at
saw
the other
the
one.
thing on the
What
right,
are you
yeah.
doing, right?
Okay, well, you know, we're all moving really fast here. So for now, we'll just pretend that this is what's happening, which is close enough. We don't need to have perfection here yet. Okay, cool. So what else do we have in this collateral? So we've got, this is fun. I like this. So let's go ahead and move this over and add it to this. And we also have this, which is pretty fun. So let's go ahead and add that here. And this is going to greatly impact everything that I've been working on these past 2 days. For the better, though. It's all going to be great. So let's see. What else do we have? Oh, you know what? This is the map that Tracy worked on, actually. That's in the library. So she added that one in, I
Wow.
think. So, and then this kind of style is interesting. So we'll just use that for inspiration here. Okay, cool. So I think we have a good amount of stuff. Let me just kind of take a look and then make sure there's nothing else that we maybe want to borrow. I think that is good for now. I like this copy though. No. Okay, fine, don't show again. And then I'm gonna go ahead and copy that copy. And move it over to something on this first page. So let's put that text box in right here, and then it's crazy big right now. So let's actually go ahead and change it to, whoops, what is going on? 14 for now. And then what we've got is this. So we have basically a lot of new elements that we're going to pull into this style. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Someone had asked me about file conventions.
Yeah.
I actually just named it new to 3 because we have so many new elements that we're going to play with that it's going to dramatically change this whole thing. And so of these, I think I like what's going on with this one the most. So we'll actually use this as an influence for our check-in screen.
Cool.
All right.
And we will give away in 1 minute, but be active in the chat, the XD socks for winter and the XD sketchbook. The only way to get a chance to win these giveaways is to enter the chat. So you go on behance.net/live, you sign in, and you have to type something in the chat. You say, "Hi, Jessica."
All right, very cool.
You
Ooh,
can
socks.
let us know
Yes.
where you're from. Yeah, yeah.
It's like my eyes when I look at those things, like socks.
Okay, and so we give you 2 minutes, and we will announce who will receive these awesome goodies.
Awesome. All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to do a couple things. So one is we were in wireframes and everything was using Helvetica. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start changing that pretty immediately to Campton, which is the font that we've been using instead. Black is a little intense, so we're going to go to maybe medium for now. And let's see if that works. It still looks pretty... Oh, is it because I didn't install all the fonts? Let me see. I'm going to go to my downloads folder real quick and see if I actually installed the rest. Oh, I didn't install the rest. That's what happened. There you go. User error. Okay. And now we have everything. So let's do that one more time. So Campton's going to have edit. It's going to go to maybe semi-bold. That feels closer. All right. So now what if you, well, let me do it with the rest. So Helvetica new from here is going to go to Campton. We're going to make it maybe regular. And then for this one, we're going to edit this and go to Campton as well. And we're going to make this one light. And then this last one, which is Helvetica, is going to go to Campton. And what it's going to do is it's also going to go to regular. And so right now, all you've been seeing me do is just editing these. But what we're going to really realize is now our entire comp
everywhere
is, well, it's in Helvetica. I didn't use it properly, but here we go. So this is a good example of it being in white. But you'll start to see that it actually changes on a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah,
so
if you use the text
if I had used it right, which I think I got organize your files properly. Okay, cool. So that's okay. We're going to go in, and are people still asking about socks? Nope. Okay.
So they're asking, like, if it was going like to become a real app, how much would you be involved in the transition?
The transition of what? The transition of...
With developers, I guess. You know, how to transition the...
Oh, I mean, so I don't really see it as a transition so much, right? Like,
okay.
So the conversation with development, you know, so if I'm working on this right now, and now that we have design specs, I would be updating this regularly as I make dramatic changes, and the dev team would already have the link so they can look at it in real time, see what updates are happening. They could also, if we're maybe talking to stakeholders or other designer, I'd be updating this link, which updates the actual shareable version.
Okay.
And actually, you know, you can take this link and then open the new, open this guy, and then I'd be looking at comments that get resolved, right? So as you make a comment, right? Actually, you know, Tim commented on this, which I was like, Tim, you found that URL, screenshot it.
Yeah, screenshot it.
Which is awesome, you know. And actually, his comment on full would change my input boxes, so I made it be lines a little bit. And so I'm going to resolve that comment, you know, and so I'm going to look at that too. And so that's kind of where it's not really transition as much as just really agile.
A conversation. Yeah.
Other-centric conversation. Yep. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and make these white. And
Alistair in the chat is an Android developer.
All right.
And working on improving their design skills. So if you have any recommendation or...
Learning how to make good user interfaces. There are a lot of really great online resources. Some of my favorites are, let's see. So UI Movement is a great one.
Okay.
You can really see, especially if you are in the mobile world, kind of see where people are trying to take bleeding edge stuff. It's good inspiration. In terms of design thinking, obviously IDEO comes to mind. So IDEO's design kit is pretty awesome. You can go to IDEO's design kit, understand their way of kind of applying design thinking, and then they have a lot of great methods that allow you to see just how you use specific sort of exercises to work through and learn how to do, you know, UI and UX. And then I guess my last recommendation, it's more of a UX answer actually, which is Nielsen Norman Group. They always have some of the best content, and so if you follow them and sign up for their email addresses, you've got everything from usability tests. Recently, they've been writing a lot about mobile patterns, and so, you know, if you're looking for mobile UX kind of best practices and go to articles, you'll see that they have a lot of great stuff around just the state of UX right now. So I would start with those, read about those, and that would be a good place to start. cool. All right, so I need to make this thing yellow. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. These are all going away. And we're gonna go ahead and change this background to being like that. We're gonna borrow a lot of these styles from what we see here. And we're gonna actually even change the lines to being black. And we're gonna make this button actually, we're gonna change it globally and make this black as well. So if you noticed, real quick, what I did is this button is a symbol, right? It's green instead of blue in terms of the bounding boxes. And so what I'd like to do is go in and change the global button I have for everything, because I like this black motif, and make it black. And I'm gonna change the text, which if you really can see the color on your screen, you can see, I'll move it off to the side. You can see that the symbol has a green bounding box, but the text has a blue bounding box. And so what that means is that the blue means it's still dynamic here within this kind of specific text field. So the words are changeable and it won't really mess with the rest of your stuff. So I'm gonna say log in now, for example. But if you select this individual sort of text area, you can actually change that color, and the color itself will change. So see how the symbol says login now, but then all the rest of my symbols still say login. So the actual original thing you set it to is gonna stay, but you can actually change them dynamically per button, and it won't affect the symbols in a really good way. So, all right, so we've got this button, we have this, it looks closer. I like this apostrophe, so I'm gonna stick it some, wait, actually, she put hers on top. So I like this apostrophe. So let's actually move these guys over to here. And we're gonna move this here for a second and copy that style. And so now we've got this fun little style right here. And we're gonna have the main logo, which is, I don't know where.
I received the name of the winner for the socks and I didn't notice.
Where are you?
Because Gus he's like a ghost now. Like a ninja.
Wait, he put
it there
and I didn't see him either.
And he came back 5 minutes after and said, hey, by the way, you know you have the name of the winner? Okay, so who will get the XD socks and the XD sketchbook? And there will be more giveaways during this show, okay? So stay tuned, but who will get this?
John Sullivan. Congratulations.
Congratulations, John.
Okay, cool. Congratulations, now you have some great socks. Okay, so I am going to go ahead, take this guy here.
And there will be another giveaway in 25 minutes or so stay tuned. We'll give away awesome posters, illustrations, so stay tuned.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this great statement piece that Christine worked on in the previous session and take that and have that sort of be right here. And so it's too much, so I'm actually gonna lower some of this stuff just a little bit and actually do this. And if you remember those invisible hit targets, they're still there, so I'm moving them back because we want our prototype to work.
Just like on the, on the web when you include a transparent GIF.
Yeah.
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 So you can click on the picture.
Yeah. I actually kind of want to play with this texture for a bit. Did I make this into a repeat grid? I did. We're gonna borrow this one. So she did a thing. Holy.
And I wanted to talk about the consistency, which is super important to pick the design also from the graphic designer, because imagine if you join the conference and you see these gigantic signs, or the banners on the web, inspired from this style, and then you launch the app, and it instantly create a connections with the brand.
You got to have a consistent experience.
Important.
You got to have that brand feel consistent across the entire thing. Absolutely. So what I'm doing is I kind of want to, someone commented, I like the other texture. And I was actually thinking, I kind of like the other texture too. So I'm going to just take a look at this for a second. And I'm going to just see what this feels like in our mock. And just experiment a little bit and see what could be. And actually change up the bounding box to be, why no work. There we go. Still no work. Click. All right. There we go. So moving up that clipping.
Hi, Gary Cooper. If you want to watch your previous episodes of the live cast, you can join our Creative Cloud YouTube channel. I'm sure that the mods will put the link in the chat.
And so I kind of like this too. So I'm gonna maybe go a little different and try something.
Good to see you, Gary Cooper.
And let's see, how does that feel? Does that look interesting?
Thomas is asking, did you have to design for the new iPhone X? You know, because it has a lost spot. See what I mean? Like there is a lost area.
No comment.
Thomas?
We'll just leave that conversation for another day. It's an interesting design challenge, huh, Thomas? Okay, so I'm gonna go with this for now. Looks like the frowny faces. Looks like the frowny faces. I don't know. They do look a little frowny. All right. Well, we'll revisit that later. And what I'm gonna do is delete the crap out of these textures for now, since everything is different. I'm gonna go ahead and update this to actually. Let's not do that. Let's just circle everything and make it black. And so now that should feel pretty consistent. And yep. And then from there, this whole thing is gonna be yellow, right? And then from there, we're gonna just delete this guy, update that, select everything that we can't see, make it black, filled in. Actually, let's make it, no, let's make it black, yeah. And then from there, we're going to make this yellow. Oh, that pattern's still there. And ta-da! Now we have a new experience. Frowny faces for now. You're gonna kick the curb. We're gonna talk about you later, and we'll move you back. So now we have a login experience that feels a lot like, I hope to Christine's satisfaction, this sort of conference. So we have that. I see that this does not feel right. So, so preview mode's interesting. Preview mode is live. So when you go between prototype and design mode in your app, I'm looking at preview right now, and I'm gonna just increase the screen so you can see better contrast. I'm noticing in this prototype, now that it's isolated, that maybe these input field, the line is maybe too far off of the actual line. And so right here, when you hit Control Tab and you're going between design and prototype mode, you can actually go ahead, whether you're in either mode, and change some of these things in real time. And so as you're looking at it previewed either on the window on your desktop or even on your phone, which we'll do later as we refine, you can actually make those changes and really kind of see them as you look at them in preview mode. And sometimes when you're really kind of refining, it helps to kind of see it like that for that reason. There was a label there. What happened? Oh, no, there wasn't. That's right. I remember what happened there. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and move those down. And actually move these down as well, just a little bit. Okay, cool. So from there, actually, we're gonna go to the final page, and then also here, oh, and as you're editing and designing in real time, the focus panel on your preview changes. So I was in this screen looking at this artboard right here, and as I go in the check-in screen, it actually changed what you're looking at as well. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and do this and allow me to show off record, because someone just mentioned record feature for Windows. So for those of you who don't know about, why is that?
There's an opacity.
No, I think I just didn't update the color. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now it's consistent. And actually I'm gonna go ahead and edit that to 22. All right, cool. So now we have this whole final design. I'm going to say that Christine is this design stakeholder that I'm looking at, and I want her to look at this prototype and basically give me her feedback.
Okay.
But she's not really here. She's out probably eating lunch right now, like many of you are. And so I'm gonna record it. So I'm in preview mode, and I'm gonna hit this record button on the top right. And once that happens, my mouse turns into a touch target, and I can show Christine, you click on last name, and then you look at your input field, and then you type it in, and then when you type everything in, you log in. And then I'm gonna either hit escape or hit this button again to stop recording, and it'll show me, I'll put it on my desktop actually, it'll show me the video that was made. And so this will be for Christine. And then what it does is it saves an MP4 file on my desktop where I put it. And now if I were to preview that, you see a recording that shows you exactly what we just did, and you can send that over to whoever, and now they've got a real understanding of how this prototype works. And so this is a feature I really love using. It really cuts down time when you're trying to communicate something that has movement to people who have never seen it for the first time. So
cool.
Pretty awesome. All right, this experience done. Schedule. She made a schedule, and I saw it, and I thought it was awesome. Let me just open this one more time and see if the font sync this time. Please. Yes. Oh, Myriad. That's okay. We won't use Myriad. All right. So she made basically this kind of interesting sort of schedule, and she put more fidelity into it than I did, and so I really like it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over all the things in here and cross my fingers and hope that it translates nicely. So, bam. All right.
So, yeah, we had some questions about the program. Like Miriam is asking, how do you choose people who are the guest speaker on Adobe Live? So this is the team that is curating people. Usually we search on Behance.
Behance.
Yeah. It wasn't the case for you. We found another way.
Don't look for mine. You could follow me on Instagram instead.
But if you want to see some designers that you really like being featured on Adobe Live, make sure to let us a private message. Adobe Live is a Behance account too, behance.net/Adobe Live, and you can send us a message directly on Behance. We have some questions also. Why only Apple products by Juan Sanchez?
Apple products?
We're designing for Android.
This is a Pixel app, guys.
Yeah.
This is, and we're gonna show it later. This is on Android because we love Android. Although,
and yesterday we had Michael Crabtree. He was in the chat this morning, who was designing with XD on Windows. And he was designing a Windows app using the UWP, which is the standard platform for this new generation of application on Windows. So if you are more on the Microsoft side, Juan Sanchez, you should watch also the replays from last week with Michael Crabtree. And he's still in the chat. Okay, Michael, I see him. He's like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, hi. All right, so I'm just doing some quick updates. So yesterday we brought in these SVGs from the Noun project, and they each represent one of the sort of flows, one of the experiences that you can have in this app. And so because of the fact that I'm just going to copy Christine's styles for schedule.
Thomas is asking, can you design for BlackBerry?
You know, it's funny, I used to at one point. And that's Damien and I used to do that together too. If you guys know Damien.
Wow.
Yeah, BlackBerry.
For
Not
BlackBerry.
anymore.
I designed some apps for BlackBerry because one year they released the playbook.
That's what we did it for too.
You were on this side too.
That was big when Flash was big, and then
it was
iPads and I remember
Adobe
that.
Air. Yeah.
That kind of ages us a little. Okay, so I updated this nav bar. I'm gonna not select this blinky thing and only pick the rest, and I'm gonna turn it into a symbol, which is Command K. And
yes, Stefan, BlackBerry is now running Android. Yeah, they stopped using.
I feel so young. You should embrace it. Okay, so I made a brand new sort of thingy, and actually, now that I look at the symbol, I want to create a drop shadow that goes upwards. So by default, when you add a shadow element to an to something here, it goes down. The Y is 3, so I'm going to make it go up, and then I'm going to make that a very pronounced shadow, so that way you can see a little bit of depth instead of this very flat and not very intuitive sort of experience. Okay, cool. So now I have, why is this over one? Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's just the, yeah, okay, that's just that. So now what we have is a global sort of navigation tab, if you will. I'm gonna add that to, I'm gonna change these two to be black as well, so that way they match the schedule. I'm gonna take this element, which is 2 different sort of type elements. This is a brand new style, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the plus and add that now to my style guide, so it's consistent. And between there, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this into here.
Okay.
Actually, that's the wrong one. We're starting at 8:30 a.m. I thought we were gonna start at 9 or 10.
8:30, come on.
Christine's an early bird.
Maybe they just opened the doors. You know, if the conference starts at 9, we can show up at 9.
Right, actually, let's take it all. Let's do it all. So let's move it here. Oops, I literally took it all. Let's actually go ahead and get rid of that black. and go like this. And now we have a kind of working sort of experience. Let me take this into the next one to show it panning, and then one day when the pinning feature for prototype shows up, then this will actually be scrollable. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna break apart this group. Obviously this is too far right for this mock, so we're gonna go ahead and do something like this. We're gonna pull open our guides, which are default to the artboards that you pick, especially if they are Android or iOS inclined. And so I'm gonna line up this typography to that left grid, and then from there I'm gonna have to replay with and kind of figure out how I wanna do this. And so let's go ahead and just, actually that was kind of by accident, but I actually like it. So let's go ahead and align this to the rest as well, and we'll make this kind of button this bullet paradigm be our little tab that allows us to see the times. And so now that I invented that right there, let's delete that. And so, how did you just show guides? Cool. So 2 ways. You can actually click on the artboard, and then in the PI you've got grid, and you could also do guides. But I use the shortcut, which is just Command-Shift apostrophe, and it pulls open the grid options, and you can do layout or square as you see fit. You can adjust the columns accordingly, you know, if you want to have 8, for example. And then it's all actually reliant upon one another. So if you put an input in the gutter, and you'll change these things. Mm-hmm. And there are 2 options, by the way, for grids in terms of the first one is linking the margins, and then the second one is having different margins. So you can even actually change that up. And the final thing is you can actually make that your default if you want over time, because you're using the same guide layout for over and over and over again. Okay.
And stay tuned, we'll do another round of giveaway in about 8 minutes. Give away some posters, yeah.
Cool.
We'll see that.
So this is 8:30 mark. Let's, why does it say French? The art of making everything appear French. Do you make everything appear French? Is that you?
I guess.
Okay, so something
this would be my talk, I guess. And Lee, what is she doing?
What?
What is Lee doing?
Lee is, I don't know
Designing
yet.
Your future.
Designing your future and more.
Okay, and Gus?
Gus is...
How to make elements while designers do their things.
Do their things.
How to make comments. I see.
That's
a good one.
All right, so you're going to make people appear French.
Yeah, the art of making everything appear French. Okay.
Gus?
I can talk about it.
And then why is there, okay, cool.
And Kathleen, what is she doing?
The illustrate,
Label pin.
Yeah,
okay.
label pin. Okay, cool. All right, so now we've got that, and actually I'm gonna go ahead and break that as well. Oh wait, I see. Let's just keep those as
Freedom fries. I've heard about it.
Okay, cool. And then from there, let's copy this. Oops. And then do the same thing here, where it starts right there, because the person would actually be scrolling through this experience. And then we're gonna assume that they scrolled a little bit more. Is there anything else that she wrote? Oh, she split into 2. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna copy this over and basically make this a text area, scroll this down, add all that other stuff. Didn't copy over. Sadness. We'll just actually do this. Just say, what does she have? Kathleen, and then we're gonna do something. I don't know what. Okay. You know what?
Laura is asking me Michael, how did you get to work at Adobe? It's a long story, Laura. We need a 7-hour live stream. Yeah.
So
I will tell you one day.
I am having a hard time breaking this apart, so I'm just going to remake it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this text into a repeat grid. So I'm going to start by making that first one, which is registration and opening design sesh. I'm going to make it gray. Actually, I'm just going to take this style right here and I'm going to add it. So now I have that guy, and I'm going to turn this into this. Is that the one I just added? Oh, look, it's 24 point. Interesting. And then we're gonna go ahead and just make it 24. Okay, cool. So I've got this. I'm gonna make another text area. Oops, that's a rectangle. I'm gonna make another text area that's gonna have the description. So designing your future and more. And then I'm gonna actually go ahead and select this now and add that. And then I'm gonna go through and edit that a little bit. So this one's gonna be white. Actually, I picked the wrong thing. Oops. This one is going to be, it is that one, right? Yeah, white. And then I'm going to go ahead and now say, these two are now the official ways that people are going to talk in here. I'm going to repeat grid it and then bring it down like this as done. And then I'm going to say, this one is Lee Cooper. And actually, I just realized I did something terrible. So I'm not going to repeat grid this because everything else is actually one line. I'm going to repeat grid this and make it one line. And then from here, I'm going to bring this together. And do I like that? I think I like that. Yeah, close enough. And then from here, I'll repeat grid that. And now we've got Lee, Michael, Gus. Okay. And then from there, we'll have
Miriam is asking how often are these Adobe Live sessions? So yeah, we go live every week, usually every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with one exception, which is next week. Because next week we will be live from Berlin and the awards conference, all about UX design, web design, all the trends, amazing lineup that is available actually that we published yesterday. So if you check the schedule tab, you will see all the guests that we have, but there is Anton and Irene. We have UX designers from Berlin, Melanie. We have Moritz also, he's a designer from Berlin. We have a lead designer at Minecraft, who is also the lead designer of Spotify. Should be interesting.
yeah.
I love
Very
Spotify.
cool. I do.
And Lance Weeman also, who is a legend in the graphic design industry. Just check his work, you would be amazed. So yeah, it's a special edition next week. And
Very
then we will
cool.
be back in San Francisco. And usually we go live on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if you want to be notified by email, by the way, every time we go live, you can subscribe. So this is what we mean. If you go on behance.net/live, there is a subscribe button, subscribe experience. If you don't see it, check it in the schedule tab. But this is what we mean by subscribe. It's just we send you an email saying, okay, we go live. This is the theme of the week, UX design. After it will be illustration, after graphic design. So a new theme every week.
Cool. All right, so
next week, what days? So next week, if you live in the US, it will be tough, but we'll be live from Berlin on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. But if you live in the US, it will be quite late. Sorry.
all right, so just porting over. I love her at Lorem Ipsum. It's hilarious. All right, cool. So updated that, kind of doing something like this. Let's go ahead and make this guy come here, bring it down a little bit, and we'll just assume that you are scrolling through that experience. And then at the end, maybe this is a time frame thing that says, I don't know, 5 p.m. Why not? 5:30 p.m. All right, cool. And so from there, we'll have this global element here. And then from there, we'll have this guy here. And then you're still on that tab. And now what we have...
Looks good, huh?
It's getting
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Getting there.
That's good.
Let's go ahead and pick a new color. Actually, does she have new colors anywhere? Red and white.
Yeah, there is this turquoise also. I don't know if it can work. But this blue. Okay, red and white.
She has some transparencies going too.
Yeah, transparency tricks.
Okay, cool.
And
All
this,
right.
yeah, very big red.
So we can work with that. Oh, and she has
And
that
this
blue
one.
and this dominant.
Yeah.
I like that too. Okay, let's take this for a second. Put it here. Now we have some inspiration. Whoops.
It's time to be active in the chat because we will give away 3 poster illustrations. You don't have to choose. We give
Very
away
cool.
the 3 of them. So Mr. T by Robzilla, a Swimming Pool Party by Jingwei, and we give away the travel tags by Christine Herron. all made live on Adobe Live with all of them, and you can win all of them. So it's super easy. Go on behance.net/live if it's not the case already, and sign in with your Adobe ID and type a nice message in the chat, such as nice, such as woohoo posters. Oh, awesome. Oh my god, love it. Nice. I'm in. Can't wait to have my poster. Here we go. Exactly. And we have a script, and we randomly pick someone.
Nice. All right.
Getting some,
I'm trying to get a sock. All right, there's a sock. Okay. So I want to put a sock in here, and so I'm going to actually go ahead and, I didn't mean to lock that, open up my CC Libraries panel. I just went through the site, got a random sock that I could put in here, and I'm going to put this sock in this placeholder box that we originally anticipated. Use Adobe sock. I don't have a Adobe sock stock. I don't have it. Ha. So here it goes. It's going in here, and actually let's extend the bounding box so it actually fits. And then I'm gonna go ahead and shrink this sock, and then it's gonna be the coolest sock ever, and it's gonna say right here, check out whatever. That's actually not a good looking thing right there. So let's go ahead. Wow, there.
Nice.
So did you pick up your swag yet? Check out whatever. Cool. And so now we have a very
super engaging.
Beautiful sock. I don't know
Thanks,
if that would
D2D.
entice people to go to this place. Whatever. All right, cool. So now we've got a little onboarding tile, and we have, let me add a drop shadow there to that box. And then from there, let's also add some sort of cool image maybe in the back.
Vicky wants to know if Adobe Stock is free. So the way it works is that for your prototype, you can use the previews for free. You would just get a watermark on top of it. And if you work with a customer that says, okay, I really like this picture, then you can license it. And you have several plans. So you can, there is a plan where you subscribe and you have 10 credits a month for 1 year. So different business models, but it's a way to pay the photographer, or the illustrator, because on Stock you can find pictures, vector illustrations such as icons and everything. You can find now 3D models, 3D lights, 3D materials, templates, the one that you are using for the contest. So the one I've shared are free, but there are also ones that you can license, which are more evolved to do some mockups and yeah. And now we even have After Effects templates for title design. So if you are you produce videos on YouTube and you want to have like a nice animation for your titles, you can license a template on Stock, change the text, and you have a lot of parameters like text, color.
Yep. Very cool.
It's very, very cool.
Just doing some final touches here on some of the old stuff we did, just kind of unifying that. Except I just realized that our symbols type is actually not consistent. Now
yes, Vicky, it's like Shutterstock. Yeah, it's exactly the same type of business model. There are some differences, but the philosophy is the same. And the beauty of Adobe Stock is what she did, is that everything is integrated in the apps. So you license on the website, it's available in the Creative Code library. Super cool. Okay, we know who will receive the 3 posters.
Gus made more movement this time in sounds.
Yeah, he was. He was not in ninja mode.
All right, so
who will get the poster? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Esther Frada Safrin.
Yeah, Esther Frada Safrin, congratulations.
Congratulations.
We will send you a message to exchange information, and you will receive the 3 illustrations made on Adobe Live.
Yeah, there we go. Congratulations. Woo!
And stay tuned, there will be more giveaways. We'll also give away a Creative Code subscription if you enter the daily challenge. And we have a lot of entries. It will be fun.
Wonderful. Awesome. Well, we're almost done here. So all we're trying to do is create a little bit of a paradigm here that lets people know that they're onboarding. I'm going to lock this thing because it's driving me crazy. And move this up a little bit. And so basically a user will be able to just swipe, or they'll be able to also say skip, or let's see, hide. And we'll use that that cool font that was actually this one, and make it maybe red since it's a action.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so the user can click here and hide it and look at the next one. Just in case they want to know how many there are, we'll go ahead and just kind of create little dots for them.
It could be a close button too. Yeah, Laura.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
All right.
And this is typically what you would do with user testing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
Typical test and you don't need to develop anything. You just preview the app on a phone, give it to some users, and figure out and like can they figure out the experience with the cards? Like very good test.
Yep. All right, cool. So now we have a little bit of a dot navigation for them to see it if they want and understand how many they are. We've got the calendar. Let's take a look at how it looks. So they can't actually do anything yet. I just realized because I haven't connected this prototype. Can't do anything. All right, so we're gonna have them go into...
You have a transparent... no.
No,
I know it's
just
coming to the screen.
It's the moment, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go here and it's gonna be a dissolve, that's fine. And then they're just gonna be able to see these screens go through. And then we're gonna have them actually go to this screen right here. Although so will the nav, right? So actually, does that work? Let's see. Perfect. Except, woo, look at those different navigation elements. All right, so let's just quickly wrap up this part. So let's lock everything. Actually, let's get rid of this. Should we make different color experiences per section? I kind of feel like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so for now, let's go ahead and make that black. Let's turn all these guys into this one. And then let's turn this button. Let's get rid of this button for a second. We need a second button. So let me actually ungroup that and make it, what do we have?
Maybe yellow if you want to
Yeah, let's do yellow.
keep the contrast.
So let's make that yellow. We'll make that a symbol, Command K. And then from there, let's swap out this bar right here. Let's lock this repeat grids, that way it doesn't get in the way. And then remove those and remove that guy. And then let's pop in our new navigation right here. Yes, yes. And then control, actually, just in case. I know that it was aligned, but I'm just gonna copy it straight from this artboard, so that way it actually copies directly into the, that it's perfect, basically. So go here, and then it pastes in place that way, just to make sure. And this is all, let's just lock it for a second, and then get rid of that, paste that, and then now we have that. And then this active button, we'll actually move it over here, and make it go right there. And then he will also be here. And now we have a new trending experience that actually also says, oh, you know what though? That is terrible. There we go. All right. D2, D, conference. Button is not, let's just keep it that way for now. Actually, no, because it needs to look like a tag. So I'm gonna actually not make this a symbol. We just have a yellow button now. And I'm gonna shrink this guy down just a little bit. And then actually, let's do that. All right, cool.
Nice.
That's good enough. All right. So from here, what we have is a little tag cloud. Maybe we'll just pretend that it bleeds off for some reason and that there's tags everywhere and that people can go through. Alright. Cool. And then that will be that experience. And from there, what is going on here? Oh, I locked this whole repeat grid, didn't I? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So let's move that up just a little bit. The whole thing. Oh yeah. And then
So the button layer is showing the main tag of the conference, and this is the one that will be selected by default. But you can jump to other tags, like you can, like I guess that
this
the
guy,
top,
yeah.
they will be
Something will happen.
interactive, so you can add tags and you can combine and stuff.
Yep.
It's like a tag, a cloud of tags.
A tag cloud, yeah.
Tag cloud, yeah.
All right, cool. So this will be trending this way. Actually, let's make it that and do that. That'll feel closer to that style. And then from there, we're gonna just move this all up a little bit. And now, updated trend feed. Cool. Oh wait, this button. Let's see. Close button. Now, you know what? Screw it. Let's just make one. Okay, so let's just make a quick X. So we're going to take a rectangle. We're going to actually round the corners. And then from there, we're going to take out that stroke. We're going to make it black. Going to rotate it. Holding down Shift allows you to lock by 15-degree intervals. And so we're going to do this at 30. Wait, no, not 30. 45. And then I'm going to Control-C, Control-V. And so you didn't see anything, guys, but in fact, I made the same thing. Combine that, and now we made a close button. Okay, let's actually move that off. So, close button. Close button. And unlock that. We'll make it yellow so it has a similar pattern, and then bam. Cool. Now what? Let's see. Oh wait, you know what? This is old styles. Let's go ahead and get rid of that, and then do that, paste that here, put it in the back, change this artboard so it's also black, and now it should feel like the real deal.
Yeah, that will work.
Eesh.
Ooh,
Yeah, I was just, you know,
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. All right, cool. And then finally, our beautiful Slack thing. This is also going to be black, right? So that will go here. Whoa, yowza. Let's actually change this so it's also consistent. Like that. And then this is the link to the conference, which will be yellow. Actually, is that the font I've been using everywhere? I don't think it is. What am I using? Oh, right. Okay. So I've been using the 16.1. Let's do that one. And then from here, we'll go ahead and make that yellow. Oops. Yellow. Let's make that bold so it stands out. And then, I guess just in case they don't know that they can click on that, let's add a button, which is the same button that this guy here, if you remember him, that we had earlier. So he's going to be this thing. And we're going to go ahead and bring him down to here. And since black does not work right here, we're going to turn him yellow. That is a terrible color. Bam. Okay, cool. So just in case they don't know, this is also old, and so I'm going to go ahead, copy the tab from here, move it here, and then also change the little active state indicator to here, move it over to this guy. And then actually our profile page is close. This yellow needs to update to the actual brand yellow, and then this font needs to change to this one. And then we'll move, let's see, let's get rid of this pattern, keep it a little bit cleaner, and then from there make this font that one, keep that one there, actually maybe that one there.
Retouching the Lord's design.
We are.
Stay watching.
Updating it to match our brand new style that Christine put together. And these are all yellow. And if, in case you don't know, I might be moving a little fast, but I'm globalizing the colors. And so everything, I'm just applying that new yellow. So if you're looking at it, bam, new yellow. It's global. It changes it. So just gonna do that right there. And so now everything has that final look. Oh, except for this. Right, let's go ahead and let's go take everything. This and this. Paste it in here. Move this here. And we're done. So, technically, our app has been updated with the new styles. Has a schedule experience. And let's test it. So, I hit Command Enter, opens preview panel. Let's actually make it bigger so folks who are watching can see it. Let's see if this works. Click.
Okay.
Type. Finished.
Okay. You can log in.
Log in.
Welcome.
A little onboarding thing. I gotta put that Slack thing back.
Socks.
Yep, need to get a sock. Oh, I need to get a sock. Yeah, that's actually pretty obvious. And then registration. Okay, I can see there's more stuff to look at. I want to go to the trending tab. Oh, neat. Okay, cool. Trends, right? And then, could look at this picture of this person who's skateboarding. And then, oh, this does not work. All right, so let's connect that.
Yeah, you don't have to close the preview, so that's the beauty of it.
So we're gonna go ahead and connect this one.
Add it live.
So this does not go to the communication tab. So that was the difference there. And now let's hit, let's see. Do these all work? I hit Command A to show all of the prototyping kind of options there, but this is not connected either. So let's actually go ahead and connect that, and that should work. So now then, let's go back one. So from here, click on that. That should work. Click on that, and that should work. But none of these actually work. So I need to connect everything. This goes there. Oops, whoops. This goes there. This goes to the trend tab. And this goes to schedule. All right. And so does this actually, oh, I see. I didn't add the, when I made the symbol, I forgot to do the connections. And so all of the symbols lack that. Okay, cool. All right, let's see if this works one more time. Let's do it on my phone this time. Hit OK. And on Adobe XD's app, which I'm opening.
And if you want to show on the GoPro.
Yes, let us show on the GoPro. So on the live preview, which I'm hitting tab on, it's loading from USB.
Yeah, here you go.
And so I am going to tap here. I'm going to click here, click here, log in. I can see this. My fonts need to update, but that's a separate thing. And then from there, can go through this, can tap that, that works. Can go here, and can go there. All right,
awesome.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yep, and so I guess the only last thing I would do is I would then update my prototype. I would update the design spec link, and I would also update the shareable link.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good job. And good job on just taking all the elements from Christine and
brand new style guide.
revamping the entire UI.
And updating the whole app.
Yeah, Tracy Jing is next in about 15 minutes, so which it's time to review some t-shirts. But yeah, let's all say congratulations to Jessica. Like this looks like an awesome app. Like I would have this app for the conference. It really looks great. Like,
yeah.
I really love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Thank
cool.
you.
Okay, let's review some t-shirts. There is one by Simon, who is always participating and doing awesome job. The create and share. Okay, lost in the middle of the logo, playing with the brand.
Nice texture.
D&D, good designs can be easy.
Oh, that's fun, yeah.
Oh, this one is more funky.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, very playful, colorful. Depending on the location, also it can have an impact. Like, I don't know, I see that. I imagine that the conference is in Rio or in Portugal, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
This
Note,
is fun.
create and share. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that connection of words. Wow, that's fun. Love it.
That's very
That's
good.
cool.
My Elena Ferrara, always producing awesome job.
Yep.
This one also with the texture,
Cute.
adding some,
Like it.
very also fun for the summer, I would say. Designer starter kit. Okay.
Is that a coffee, a cookie? Is that
And
cookie?
Creative Cloud.
And Creative Cloud.
Yeah.
Coffee, cookie, and Creative Cloud.
Yeah,
Just add
that's
design.
what I need.
Yep.
Awesome. Oh, thanks for
black.
revamping. Yeah.
Awesome. Now you really see the share on that one. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
That's cool. Yep.
Design thinking is just thinking, which is a quote that was in Christine work.
Very awesome. Like
And
it
that's
a lot.
with the logo here. And makes the connection
Can you
between the
imagine
idea
having
and
a
the
real
pen.
pen that looks like that? That would be crazy.
That's smart.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Well, that's
Kathleen
fun.
Walker, yeah.
They
Good
all
job,
look very
Kathleen.
happy in that one.
Yeah, and this one is super expressive,
Yeah.
very pop. Tyron, create and share.
Yep.
Okay, like it's more like looks like an ad, you know, with
Oh,
some
with the map from the CC library is nice.
create, share, and inspire.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh,
Whoa.
a reference to Creative Cloud and Adobe Live. Oh, thank you,
Oh.
Jessie. Looks good. With some playing with the opacity also to add some depth. Okay, designer to designer conference. We try to zoom in with some geometric shapes,
Yep.
to make it look
With the
arty,
Ds,
designy, playing with the Ds and the two dots.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting also to really stretch
Yeah.
the design
going out.
and goes around actually.
Yeah. And it says "Follow me" right there. Yeah. Don't know if
Follow
you
me.
can-
Oh,
yep.
that's funny.
Oh, more of that kind of fun sort of
graffiti style.
energy.
Yeah, also very summery, playful.
Oh,
Oh, what are you doing? That's a
what
check.
are they doing?
Going.
Are they? Oh, okay.
I think. Looks
High
like
fives.
high fives between the two
Okay.
designers.
Cool. I thought they were cheersing at first, but that's awesome. Cool.
And so this one we
Okay.
reviewed. Yeah, with this guy. I was so excited.
Yep.
Create and share. So
Yep.
we had the
First
update.
iteration.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one,
The
like,
QR
super
code.
efficient with the QR
Would love
code.
to see that in real life. That'd
And
be funny.
another proposal by Raghavendra.
Yeah.
This one with the glitch
Little
like
distort.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one
That
like,
is one happy shirt.
by Matthias. Super happy.
Yeah.
And your path to creativity. So adding something by Laura.
Very cool.
Okay, so I will ask you, okay, if there is an idea or something that you want to reward when you look
Yeah.
at this.
Let's see. So today, they're all so good.
Let's review them one more time because they're so good.
Yeah. This is
Really
tough.
hard to pick.
I think if I were to close my eyes and think of the one that stands out to me the most, it's probably the colorful one that has the gradient. It's just it's such a statement piece. Like it's
Okay,
that one.
Yeah.
Like if I were to, it doesn't even feel like a conference at that point. It feels like a movement. I really like that
Yeah.
that kind of fun. So very cool. That's the one.
And
I like both
also,
of them. Yeah.
what could be very smart, and it could be also a choice when you design a T-shirt for a conference,
Yeah.
is to make it look like so designy that this is something that anyone could wear. See
Yes.
what I mean?
Yep.
So the connection with the conference is very subtle in this case.
Yes.
Just playing with the geometry, there was a tagline. So this could be a choice also to bet on people like wearing this T-shirt all year long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good job. I
Cool.
think this is Daryl.
Daryl,
Daryl
congratulations.
Fickling. Yeah.
Woo!
This is awesome. Okay, so what time is it? I need to look at the
good?
watch. Yeah, we have
Couple
2
more
minutes
minutes?
together.
Any
And
questions?
yeah. No, just thanks, Jessica, again.
Awesome.
for-
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, and
So-
did an awesome job. So I really invite you to watch the replays if you just joined today. But we started with a wireframe and step by step exploring some design. You also collaborated with Laura and other people in the chat, such as Yizu also, who
Great
shared some
feedback
design.
from everybody. Yep.
And good feedback, and also like seeing how you took the work from Christine and the brand identity and put everything in the design. I think it was
Yeah.
super good. And yeah, let's look at your app one more time. I mean, it's
Yeah, let's
looks
just do
great.
a quick look. Yep.
yeah,
So
maybe a preview in XD. Yeah,
previewing in XD. Let's just.
I
show
love the
full
welcome
thing.
screen, very
Yep.
bold.
And now we have a cohesive conference, right? So being able to type through here, logging in, looking at that sock, seeing your speaker schedule, which will look a lot like what you get in person with paper, right? Going through this trend feed, seeing people post their pictures on their various social media channels, connecting to Slack to talk to people in real time. And then this from Laura, who gave us this profile page to check out profiles.
And this is Marion, who apparently works with Laura.
Oh.
But, she's not very happy to be featured on the stream, but you have to deal with it, Laura.
Right.
Your choice.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jessica, again.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. And stay tuned. Tracy will be back, our illustrator, in about 5 minutes to work on this illustration. The Statue of Creativity, we found a name. And Kathleen will be back hosting too. Okay?
Awesome.
Stay tuned on this page. We'll be back in about 3-4 minutes just to give us the time to plug the computers. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.